Hey there, welcome back to Tennille Talks. All right, y'all, so this reading has levels to it. There is so much magic, wicked, dark magic, spell work. There is so much magic in this reading. I'll start with the center. In the center of the reading, we've got this Queen of Cups. Now, when you're thinking of a Queen of Cups, this is somebody who is intuitive, psychic, compassionate, empathetic, understanding, loving, nurturing. Imagine a woman that just dropped out of heaven. When you imagine what heaven feels like and how people operate there, this Queen of Cups, you would swear that this person just left. Now, they can be any age. I believe that this is somebody older because this plan, this process is long standing. So in the center of the reading, you've got this Queen of Cups. And they're only the Queen of Cups because of the wicked that they have done. This is not who they are in their core, their soul, or their spirit. This is not the true persona of this person. And so this is somebody that you would think is a queen. This is somebody that you trust. This is somebody that when you meet them, you're like, oh my God, thank God I met you. Like, oh, you know, like that energy, like you have nothing but gratitude when you cross paths with this person. But the energy that they are wearing that allows you to feel that way, it is stolen energy. That is not their natural frequency or essence. This was giving me the thought of Game of Thrones. Anybody that has seen it? There was one of the kings who had a witch who was a mistress, and she had like that long red hair, beautiful woman, beautiful body. But one night, do y'all remember when she went back to her room and she took that necklace off? And she was old and hideous and just disgusting, right? And so the beauty that we saw, it was only the strength of the necklace, the magic in the necklace that was able to give her the ability to walk around in that way, right? But when you remove the necklace, you see her true form. And so in the center of the reading, there's this woman who you think has just left heaven, but that is not her true form. She is walking around in the energy of an earth angel that has been imprisoned. So the reading starts with home. When I see home, yes, I think about the physical home, but because this is spiritual, I understand that the true home is our body. Our home is our vessel. When we're thinking about altars, I know a lot of us spiritual people, we have altars, right? The most important altar that you will ever have is your physical body. It is only by way of you having your body that your ancestors, your spiritual team, your guides, like it is only because you have a body that they can communicate to you and move through you so that you can fulfill your divine mission. Right? And so when we're talking about black magic and spell work, they are coming for your home. They are coming for your altar. They are coming for your body. And they almost want to alter your altar, right? And so this reading says that there is an earth angel who has been imprisoned. When I'm talking about you being imprisoned, I'm saying that earth angels, and I know I'm talking specifically to earth angels because I have the temperance card. That's my card for earth angels. And so when people come for you, they're coming for your body. If you have full access and full reign to your body, if you are totally sovereign, you will have no problem fulfilling your divine mission. But y'all, we're on earth and it just ain't that easy, right? And so a lot of earth angels have come here, and before we understand who and what we are, we have spent the majority of our life in prison, right? On purpose. And I want you to imagine that as long as you are in prison, that necklace, when I'm saying necklace, it is your divine energy. It is your essence. It is what you will look and feel like. It is what your life will amount to when you can walk around in your own energy, right? If you are in prison, somebody has essentially taken off your divine jewelry and they are wearing it. Now they can be wicked and ugly and dark as hell. But if they're walking around with your shit, nobody will ever know. Okay? This is what happens on earth consistently and continuously. Or for a while, this was just the theme. Obviously, things are changing now. I want you to imagine that when an earth angel is imprisoned, right? When they have you imprisoned, when you no longer have control of your energy, your essence, when you have lost all control, when they have sanctioned you to servitude, in order to check on you, based on this reading, in order to check on you, they can look into a candle. I have light a candle, and then I have entity attachment. So first, they come for your altar, your vessel. When they come for your vessel, they sacrifice you. To sacrifice you, it means that you, listen, entities, demons, the one thing that they want is a body. They want to feel, they want to live and experience earth life, right? And so the only way they get to do that is that they essentially become a hitchhiker. And what better car to get in than the body of an earth angel? The energy, it is pure. What better, right? But they're not getting in it because they want to walk around in light. No, but they want access to the gifts, and we're in our body, so we really don't know what it feels like, right? But they just want access, right? So here's the thing. Earth angels are like rare cars. They are the most expensive vehicle that you can be driving or riding or existing in on earth. And so there's no way that we can hide our energy. And a lot of the times this happens to us in our childhood before we even understand who or what we truly are. Now, this reading doesn't necessarily say that this happened to an earth angel as a child, but there is a child that comes out in this reading. So they come after your altar. They sacrifice you, which means an entity is offered. They'll say, yo, entity, we got a body for you. It's the body of an earth angel, right? The entity's excited. Now you and the entity are together. Well, for an earth angel to fulfill their mission, they got to follow their heart. They have to walk into their public face. They have to have a public face. But if you have an entity attached to you, then your vibration, you're not really able to walk in your divinity properly, right? In order to walk in your divinity, you got to follow your heart. Well, if you're struggling, if you're being abused, like think about what life has been like for divine beings. That life, the way you were supposed to live, being trapped in your lower two chakras, fear, shame, regret, like, you know what I mean? Like not having confidence, not having courage, not feeling creative, right? The entity that is attached to you in order to lock up those bottom two chakras. If you cannot ascend beyond those bottom two chakras, well, then you won't get to the third one, and you definitely won't make it to the heart space, your fourth one. Okay, this is the point of this. So the entity is attached to an earth angel. If you want to test the strength of the connection between the earth angel's body and the entity, that is why I understand there is light a candle. So imagine if somebody wants to know how much longer they can keep an earth angel imprisoned, they essentially have to light a candle and stare into the candle. Somehow you can see the length of time that this entity has until it is detached from the earth angel, okay? When this entity leaves this earth angel, it is going to impact the Queen of Cups that everybody thought just descended from heaven. Now, people are concerned about the black magic. They're concerned about the black magic because this earth angel is starting to gain their public face. I have the card here, right? That means at some point, y'all, we were terrified to be ourselves. We were terrified to speak the way we speak, live the way we live, think the way we think. Like we were terrified to exist as our own self. And we were only conditioned and programmed to be afraid of ourselves, right? To think that we had to be everything else but us. Y'all, but that is systematic. That is the process that has to be done in order to break us down so that we never even think that we have the potential to be something divine. I mean, it's a good plan because it worked, right? It works until it doesn't. And so this reading is saying that when they are staring in this candle, they're like, yo, this entity got about 21 more days before they're kicked out. And so the entity is about to be evicted. They're concerned. When the entity leaves the earth angel, all of a sudden the distractions are gone. When the distractions are gone, the earth angel knows exactly what they are here to do. They understand their assignment. They know how to walk, talk. They know everything. Everything becomes clear to them. Okay? And so the entity almost has been just like clouding up their space. Like it's not supposed to be there. It interrupts the divine flow and chemistry between the earth angel, their spiritual team, guides, and their ancestors. Okay? That's part one. They know they have about 21 days left. So this queen is concerned because they were expecting to have lotus eyes. Now in this card, the lotus eyes talks about cosmic energy. So everything that is flowing in this earth angel, this Queen of Cups has been expecting to receive for themselves. But it's taken too long. It's taken too long. Earth angels, divine beings, you have unlimited potential. Earlier, I thought to myself that imagine that you are almost the leaders of nations. Every divine being is essentially a country. You are the leader of a country. Your energy can run an entire country, meaning we are all responsible for a certain population of people that we are supposed to lead, that we are supposed to guide. We are essentially supposed to show them the way, and it's only by walking in your own heart. Not all of us are going to walk out our heart space in the same way. But that's the beauty and difference, right? No two countries, no two people are exactly the same. No divine being is supposed to be the same. So there is an unlimited potential that earth angels possess, which is why it is so important to keep you imprisoned. But when you start to move on, and when I say move on, that means you've started to call back your energy. When you start to call back your energy, I want you to imagine this wicked queen of cups, right? Who is probably psychically gifted, but in the worst way, in the darkest way. I want you to imagine that this woman is wearing your necklace, and every time you call back your energy and you start to get loose and you start to open up in your vessel, well, the entity cannot exist inside of you when you start to rise and ascend to your heart space. It is uncomfortable, right? And so you have to vibrate very low in order for the entity to stay attached. You call back your energy, you get your power back. The entity's like, yo, I gotta go. I'm moving out in 3 weeks. Y'all need to find me another place to go. When the entity leaves the earth angel, the persona, the illusion that has been cast around this Queen of Cups, who's been walking around as if they are a queen, that shit is what is going to shatter. And so now we've got a problem. We've got 21 days, we've got 3 weeks until this entity no longer can reside inside of this earth angel. What are we going to do now? Here's the part that gets a little dark for me. So we have journey, travel, distance, and then we have child. And do you see the number 11 on the child's shirt? So 11, 22, 33, those are master numbers in numerology. 11 is the master seer. 22 is the master builder. 33 is the master teacher. So 11 sees, 22 builds, and then whatever was built, 33 teaches. It teaches based on what was seen, what was created, and then 33 takes that and essentially travels around, right? And so there is a child that somebody may have traveled, journey, or gone the distance. Not necessarily, not always that they had to go get this child, but there is a child that needed to be used in order to find this entity a new home, right? If this entity leaves the earth angel, we got to find it a new house to live in. If we don't find it a new house to live in, the whole charade, which is the entire life of this Queen of Cups, is going to fall apart. This Queen of Cups is wanting so bad to be a leader. They're wanting so bad to have people cross paths with them and feel so gracious, and like, this is somebody who wants a lot but didn't work for a damn thing. They didn't work humbly, honestly, truly, right? So here's another spell. We have a love spell. Y'all, I really think for love spells, when I hear love spell, I think of intimacy and sex. But I really understand love spells to just be a heart spell. A divine being that cannot have full access to a healthy and healed heart is going to experience trials, obstacles, and challenges when they attempt to fulfill their divine mission. Right? And so this is somebody essentially traveling, going on a journey. And when they travel, they're only doing this because they need to find a new home for the entity. But guess what? You can't kick an entity out of an earth angel and then essentially go move it into just an average Joe Schmo. Like, you can't do that. And so you've got to find somebody that is equally divinely gifted. You need a certain frequency, right? And so now they journey to find a child. And the only reason, hold on, I hear the leaves moving. Y'all, the woods are behind me, so I do expect to hear things, but I don't want to hear things. So when I hear things, I'm going to stop and listen, okay? So they go on this journey. They find a child. The goal is to shed the energy of the child, to pull the energy of the child out. How do you do that? By way of a love spell. Listen. If we are too much in our heart space, it is uncomfortable for an entity to attempt to attach to us, okay? And so they do a spell, they lower your vibration, and all of a sudden you are a perfect home. You are a perfect fit for an entity. Okay. Now, here's the next part. These people crossed a boundary. They crossed a boundary, meaning once they recognized that the earth angel was setting themselves free, they should have stopped. They should have recognized that, listen, the times are changing. It's a new season. It's a new day. No, but that is not how they responded, right? And so now they use spell work and black magic, but they crossed a boundary because this time they're going after a child. They want to imprison a child. But everything in the universe said stop, go back, don't fucking do it. It's not right? Now, this specific child is coming up as somebody who is full of passion, full of interest. Now, the child's shirt has the number 11, which tells me that they are a master seer. Now, let's just talk about 11 really quickly. 11 reduces to 2. When we think of people who have the number 2, we think of people that are good balancing. We think of people who are good in relationships, people who are good in partnerships. But when we're talking about 11, that is somebody who can literally sit face to face with you. This is like a divine therapist. This is somebody who can sit across from you and can see inside of you. And they can be like, nah, go left, don't go right. Oh, I wouldn't do that. Instead, I would do this. Like, they can see into you. They can see the way. They can guide you and direct you, right? That is the power of 11. They are a master seer. They can see inside of your energy, your story, your journey, and they can advise you of which way to go, which way to, pull back. That is it. And so they're looking for a type of energy like that, and they found it in a child, but they need the energy of this child in order to shed the energy so that this child is now a good habitat for the entity. Right? Now, this is a child that could have been very gifted. Maybe they were full of passion, hobbies, interests, or maybe this was just a child that they knew was gifted because they had already tapped into their past life energy. Okay? But they need this child to walk away from their own passion. So you need this child to walk away from whatever fulfills them, from whatever makes them happy, whatever this child pours their heart into, you need them to put it down. So you do a love spell, you get them to put it down, their vibration lowers, now the entity has a home to live in. But there are levels to this spell work. There are levels to it. Everything in the universe said, don't do it, stop, right? You're going the wrong way. This is the wrong direction. Don't enter. They did it anyway. They did it anyway. Now in the center is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the one who had the Earth Angel bound, right? She was walking around in the Earth Angel's necklace. Earth Angel starts waking up. Now they need somebody else to fulfill a role. Now, I don't think that the Earth Angel that was originally bound was only fulfilling the persona and the mask of the Queen of Cups. I think that I know based on this reading, there is an Ice Queen and a mature man. And so there can be 3 people who have been living in the energy and the essence of an Earth Angel as long as they were attached to an entity and bound. 3 people, right? Earth Angels, you have unlimited potential. You can feed a nation, house a nation, teach a nation, grow a nation, right? You can heal a nation, right? 3 people have been living off of you. A Queen of Cups who is wicked as hell, a mature man. Now this mature man is coming out. Now I think that this is the man with a plan. I think this is the man because it comes up in gold. So this is somebody that has divine gifts. They have supernatural abilities, right? This is somebody that has a crown, whether they use it for good or evil. Whether they use it for good or evil, this is somebody that has a crown. Gold represents spirituality, compassion, prosperity, wisdom, divinity, renewal, protection, fertility. So when you want your spirituality to increase, you go to this mature man. When you want compassion, when you want prosperity, like this is the guy you go to. So we'll just call him the witch doctor. You go to this more mature man when you want gold. Spiritual gold, spiritual gifts, spiritual access, spiritual insights. Now, this mature man is gifted because he comes up as the dream weaver. This says lucid dreams. Create your own reality or escape. So they go to the mature man, the dream weaver, in order to get gold. Divine gifts, divine access. The mature man essentially has to enter the dream state. He has to enter the dream state in order to alter the minds of divine beings. If he can get you to be distracted and move outside of your divinity, well then all of that gold that you are not using becomes jewelry for the wicked that want to walk around in your birthright or your essence. Now here's the other player. This is the Queen of Cups. No, sorry, this is the Ice Queen. Now, you have the Queen of Cups who is wicked, but this is somebody who doesn't want to be wicked. They want to be loved. They want to be, they want to feel what love feels like, which is why it is so important for them to wear the persona of the Earth Angel. But this Ice Queen, this is somebody that is just cold and bitter and heartless and don't give a damn. This is somebody that is unhealed, but they've almost developed how do you I don't know, y'all, like they have owned their heart, right? They know they're cold and mean and bitter, like they know it, but they own it. It has become like their stage name, their presence, like they walk in it, okay? And so this is the 3-man game. The Queen of Cups, who's been doing this shit for a long time. You've got the mature man who's got the magic hands, who goes into the dream state in order to deliver you divine gold in any way that you need it, right? But where's the gold coming from? You're altering the Earth Angel, you're altering the dream state of divine beings in order to essentially take their treats and give them out to other people. So now this Ice Queen, what is this Ice Queen wanting? A reversal of fortune, right? And so the loss of power and control that Earth Angels endure when they are imprisoned, that is essentially a reversal of your fortune. And there are people who will never have a heart, who can't feel their heart, who are just cold as hell, that want everything that a divine being's heart does. Like they want your heart, but they don't want to do the healing to get it, right? And so if they trap you, imprison you, tie an entity to you, light a candle, like they'll do anything. They'll do anything but fucking heal. They'll do anything but forgive. They'll do anything but be accountable. They will pay anything. They will do anything except for the right thing. Right now, this reading says that there's been a tower. There's been a tower. Now, this tower is coming specifically, in this way at least, this tower is coming to this Ice Queen. This Ice Queen comes out as a reversal of fortune. So whatever role they played, it was the Ice Queen's idea to use the child, right? The Ice Queen rolls the dice and says, well, let's take a chance, right? It was the Ice Queen who had the bright idea that said, hey, we can take action on a child. We can find, now maybe there was already a child in their vicinity, but maybe the journey or the travel or the destination, it was really about finding somebody dark enough to do this, right? Listen, when you got really dark people who have been living like this, they got to find people that are darker than them to help them out when shit goes wrong. And so that is why the energy of travel or journey, meaning you can't just find people right next to you that do this. Like, you gotta search, because this is dark. This is truly wicked. There are some people who wouldn't touch this type of magic. Like, certain people have boundaries. Certain people draw the line. But an Ice Queen hasn't felt a heart palpitation in years. They don't know what it feels like. They forgot they've had a heart, right? Which is why the universe said, stop. It's too, like, right? But they blew past every sign. They just went right past it. Now the Ice Queen, enamored, and then we have this, which almost talks about synchronicity, right? This is the Ice Queen who almost feels like they've been given some type of divine download, right? It's the Ice Queen is going through a tower right now. This is the Northern Lights card. Now in the deck, or just in general, the Northern Lights almost talks about communicating with the dead. It talks about ancestral connections, right? Just being to like communicate from one side of life to the other side, which is essentially beyond the veil. So the Ice Queen is going through a tower because she played a role in the reversal of fortune. It was the Ice Queen's idea to use a child, to take the energy of a child, to shed the energy of a child in order to correct what is going to happen when this Earth Angel breaks free. When the Earth Angel breaks free, the entity needs a new home. They decide a child is best for this, okay? And listen, we were all children when this was decided for us. We couldn't defend ourselves. This is when this is done, right? You're vulnerable, you're weak, you don't know. And a lot of times the people that are taking care of you and loving you and the people that you're spending time with are the people that are responsible for doing this to you. And so a love spell, a heart spell is done on the child. And it's to get the child to walk away from the things that they love. Listen, when you stop doing things that you love, your vibration will shift. Your vibration will shift, which is why it is so important for you to pour into yourself. Right? So right now, the entity has left, meaning the entity that was attached to the child. That was the idea of the Ice Queen and the Dream Weaver. The Ice Queen and the Dream Weaver came together for that one. And this all stems from this Queen of Cups losing their initial persona. So these are three people that came together to do something wicked. Okay? But there is a tower happening right now. Any fortune that was gained, and specifically for this Ice Queen, because it was their idea. I think this Ice Queen is being trolled by the Northern Lights, which are our ancestors. It is essentially the dead. Any money, fortune, fame, status that the Ice Queen gained off of this idea, they are losing it. Not only is the Ice Queen losing all fortune gained by way of the ancestors, but the mature man, the Dream Weaver, right? And so it could have been, well, how do you get the child to, how do you do this? It could have been the mature man that essentially enters the dream state of the child in order to conduct the love spell, right? And the heart spell to change the heart of a child so that the child is now fit for an entity to attach to it, right? So the mature man is going through storms, the Ice Queen is losing their fortune, and the Queen of Cups in the center of the reading that has been doing this the longest is about to be seen as the old hag that they really are. Y'all, just if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, just YouTube like Red Queen loses beauty when taking the necklace off, something. But that is at the center of the reading. And the only reason why that is happening to the Queen of Cups is because this earth angel is waking up. They know the earth angel is waking up because they were staring into the fire. They lit a candle to determine how much longer is this entity going to be attached before this earth angel is free to move about in their heart space and to walk in their true nature, their true identity, right? And so they use a child, but they have to seek out somebody who is very skilled, right? You go to this person when you want they can write you a prescription for any of these things, right? That is the reading, y'all. I hope it was clear. This is spell magic, it's black magic, it's entity attachments, it's but the entity is being returned. And so I almost feel like when they used the child, that was the last and final straw for their story. For their story, that was it. I feel like the earth angel was always going to get out of prison. The earth angel was always going to get free, right? At some point, the entity was always going to have to leave the earth angel. But the problem is how did the people respond when they recognized that the earth angel was free? When this earth angel is free, it fucks up the lives of all the wicked people that have been walking around in their divine jewelry. But the moment they seek out a child, the universe is like, no, you've crossed a boundary. Don't do it. And they did it anyway. And so we have towers, we have storms, and we have dispelling and illusion, which means everything false is now going to be seen for what it truly is. All right, y'all. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.